I have an important announcement for all art students. You can go to the multi-purpose room during lunchtime, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., and pick up paper to use for your art assignments. This is plain white drawing paper for your art assignments. Hello, Eisenhower artists. So you're going to be using the element of art called space, and this time we're going to be drawing with a foreground, middle ground, and a background. And your project is going to look something like this, inspired by the pyramids of Egypt. Background is the pyramids of Giza. Giza is the city in Egypt where these three large pyramids are built. And the middle ground are these hills of sand with three camels there. The foreground is a little pond of water and two palm trees. That's the foreground. Those three parts of your art create space in your art. Create the illusion of depth. This is close to you and this is far away. All right, so with your paper, we're going to fold it like we did last time to make guidelines on your page. Now remember, this is a soft fold, so don't crease it down very flat. You're going to fold it this way like a book, just a soft fold, doesn't have to be totally flat. Open up and then fold it this way so it's tall and narrow. Now you have those guidelines, the four parts of the page. All right, so we're going to draw with pencil, like you can see, and then outline with the black marker. First step of your pyramid drawing is the horizon line. Okay, that's going to go right here in the middle fold area. You're going to draw over here on the left side of the page, go a little bit up and down to make a small sand dune hill, and then stop the line here and then go back to about the middle and go up and down again. Okay, not a big up and down, just a soft curve. Next, we're going to draw the pyramids. So with your middle guideline here, put a dot near the top of the page. Not that close, but near the top like that. That's going to be the big pyramid in the middle. So your triangle shape is going to be like stretched out, so it goes about like this. Don't make your triangle too narrow. Stretch it out. One angle diagonal line on each side. Okay, and then over here on the left is going to be a pyramid that's shorter, not so tall, so put a dot right about there. And then your lines going down, keep going down until you meet the horizon line, whatever that hill was right there. And then go down on the other side. Stop when you touch the first pyramid. And then another pyramid on this side that's even shorter. So maybe right about there is my dot. So I do diagonal this way and diagonal, keep going till you get all the way down to that hill. Okay, now we're going to make it look 3D by adding a second line on each pyramid shape. So start at the top in the middle, and on the inside you're going to follow that diagonal line. Put another diagonal on the inside. Okay, it goes the same angle as the first one. Now it's starting to look 3D. So go to this pyramid. On the inside, make a space about that big. Not right down the middle, not like that, just on one side. Okay, and then this other pyramid, same thing, start at the top. I'm going to make a diagonal line. Let me fix my line here. I made it curved. Don't curve your pyramids. Those are straight pyramid shapes. Okay, now it's looking more 3D. So those little dots at the top, we're just going to erase them later, draw over them when we do the marker step. Now this pyramid in Giza, it's known for this shape at the top, the big one in the middle. So just draw a random up-down curve like that all the way across. That's one part of the pyramid at the top where the bricks didn't fall down, as much. At the top, there's more bricks left over from the ancient times when they built this pyramid. All these pyramid bricks and stones, they're crumbling little by little, year after year. And this one at the top, more bricks have remained up there, so it's got this little shape like that. Practice going around and around lightly until your sun looks good, looks like a good shape. All right, so we've got the background. Now we're going to work on the foreground. So right up here in the front, you're going to put another hill. Don't put it too big. Right here at the bottom of your page, another hill, curvy, not totally straight. You can put a little curve in there. And then we're going to put this pond, this little shape, random shape of a little water pond here in the desert. So start at this hill and start going across all the way over the middle fold, across like this, and then curve back. Looks kind of like a finger, and then go right off the page. So in this hill, we're going to draw more of the foreground. Two big palm trees right here that will create the foreground. That's going to make the pyramids look more distant in the background, and we're going to have something right here in the foreground. So I'm going to show you how to draw a palm tree. For this one here, I know it seems weird, but I want you to put a dot way up here above this fold guideline, way up here, like right about like that, because it's going to overlap the pyramid, overlap the sandy hills. So starting here, you're going to draw a line, the tree trunk, and then one parallel to it that starts out close to it, and then it starts to go a little bit away because the tree trunk gets thicker at the bottom. And then here at the bottom, put a little line so it looks like it's growing into the ground and it's not floating. Now where it crossed over that hill, you're going to erase that line because we're overlapping. Now the tree is in front of that hill. This tree is going to be in front of this pyramid. Here's a really easy way to draw palm tree leaves at the top. So you're going to start right here in the middle of that tree trunk, and you're going to do a big curve like that. And then do a big curve on the other side all the way off the page. Then start at the tip of your curve, go down and back, down and back, down and back. This goes all the way up over that tree trunk. Then on this side, you have a curve going that way, and it goes right off the page. So the tip of it's going to be over here right off the page. So you're going to go back, down, back, down, back, and make it touch that other one. Now that part of the tree trunk is covered, so we're going to erase it a little bit, and you've got your first set of palm tree leaves. So above this one, we're drawing right over that pyramid. We're making this the foreground. You're going to put another big curve, leaving space, and go down. At the tip, you're going to go back, down, back, down, back, and have it meet in the center somewhere like that. Okay, then we do another one on this side. So go up and down. It goes right off the page. So imagine where it's going to start right here, go back, down, go back into the middle. So now that pyramid, we got to erase that line. The tree is covering it up now. We'll erase more later when we do the marker step. Okay, so with your palm tree, you need to have at least 4 leaves. 1, 2, and then another layer, 1, 2. You could put another one if you like, going that way. Now on your palm tree, the tree trunk, put some shapes on the tree trunk that look like a check mark. So you go check, check mark, little lines, check mark, check mark. That helps it look like the tree trunk. Some details there. So this tree is going to be even bigger than this one. And it's going to go right off the bottom of the page. We're not going to see where it's attached to the ground. Okay, so put a dot at the top where you want it to start again. Maybe right here, that's going to be the top. Okay, and then draw your line. It's like a little curve right off the page. Go next to it at the top, follow along next to it, and make it thicker as it goes to the bottom, right off the page. You're going to go a big curve down this way and a big curve right off the page. From the tip, you're going to go back, down, back, down, back, down, and you got to get right up here back to the top of the trunk. Okay, so now I'm erasing those lines where the pyramid was, the trees in front of the pyramid now. Okay, so go to this tip. It went off the page, so imagine it picks up again right about here, back, down, back, down, back, go right up to the top of the tree. All right, the next one is going to start in the middle, make a big curve. We might cover up most of that pyramid. That's okay. This is the foreground. It's in front of the pyramid. A big curve and then go back, down, back, down, back. Make it touch the first one. Okay, and then this one on this side, right off the page. So imagine it's going over here, maybe right about here, back, down, back. And for this one, I'm going to put one more, I think. One more going like this. All right. Now the details on the tree trunk. They look like check marks, remember? So put a check mark that goes from one side of the trunk to the other. Maybe this check mark is backwards like that. It's like a check mark or a letter V. Put a couple of them random spaced. Okay, see all these lines where we went over the pyramid? You're going to erase those. The lines where we go over the sandy hills, erase those. Now the camels. The camels are far away in the distance and they just look like a silhouette. A silhouette means you don't see all the details, you just see the basic shape and it's all like one color, one solid black shape far away in the distance. So they're going to be small. Where do you want to put your camels? Somewhere here in the middle ground. So here's a really easy way to draw a camel silhouette. Think of a question mark. Question mark looks like that, right? Oh, that's too big, I think. These camels are going to be small. It's probably the first time that I've told you to draw really small, right? Usually I tell you to draw large shapes that fill up your page, but this is going to be far away in the background. So we're going to draw a small question mark, and then the hump of the camel go up and down like a rainbow, and then go across like that. And they have long legs. So this back leg, you're going to make a long line, and the front leg, a long line. And then the next leg, you're going to go out like this, so it looks like it's walking. And we'll put just a dash for the feet. And then the back leg, we're going to put the muscle on the back leg, just connect it like that. The head, we're going to fill in a little oval shape. That's it. It's just a silhouette. You can draw 1, 2, maybe 3. Think about how many camels you want to draw. So I'm going to put another one, question mark, rainbow curve like a hump, flat across, long leg in the back, long leg in the front. This leg is curved that way, so it looks like it's walking. Little dashes for the feet, the muscle back here, and turn the head into an oval. Next, you're going to do the black marker. What kind of black marker do you have at home? Maybe you have one that looks like this, or if you don't have a black marker, maybe a black pen. Okay, this is the trace and erase. So you want to show me your careful lines, tracing over the pencil. I suggest you start with the foreground. We drew the background first in pencil. I suggest you trace the trees first, the foreground. All right, so I'm going to hit fast motion, and you can watch me trace the foreground, trace all the lines and details. Now remember, when you're watching these videos, you can pause, rewind, watch something twice, go back and forth, okay, to do all the parts that you need to in your pace. Okay, Here we go. Trace and erase. Okay, friends, how'd it go with your trace and erase? Don't forget to use your eraser and go over all those pencil lines, erase everything. You're getting it ready for the color step. Erase all those extra pencil lines that didn't get covered up. Okay, and then fill in your camel silhouettes with black. So fill in the body of the camel, the head, that little back leg area, fill that in with black. All right, we're going to use crayon and colored pencils for the color in this project. All right, markers won't really work well because we are learning how to layer colors with this project, and that is also going to give us a 3D look here in the pyramids. One side of the pyramid is going to be darker, layered brown on top of the yellow, and that's going to help it look more 3D with the shadow side and the light side. Then we're going to layer colors in the sandy area, the green, palm trees, and the sky. So we're layering colors. All right, let's start with the pyramids. You're going to add a layer of yellow to all 3 pyramids. Okay? You're practicing how to color in one direction. As much as you can in one direction. Okay, when you get into the little parts and the curvy parts, curve a little bit, but mostly color in one direction. Put a layer of yellow on all the parts of your pyramid, both sides of your pyramid and up here on top. We're going to start making it look more 3D. Use a brown crayon. Check it out, my crayon broke, but that's okay. We can use crayons in all sizes. On this shape here of the pyramid, the side, you're going to add a layer of brown. Check it out how crayons can be used like this, one color right on top of the other. So put a layer of brown right on top of that yellow. Okay, and then here only on the side, right on top of this yellow. You're practicing your color craftsmanship. Careful color. Pay attention to all the spaces and shapes as you're adding that color. One more pyramid down this side only. So brown right on top of the yellow. Follow it all the way down. It's probably going in between your palm tree right there. Okay, remember we looked at the pictures of the pyramids, the real photos of the pyramids in Egypt, and I showed you how they were built with those huge blocks stacked one on top of the other. So we're going to put a little bit of detail with your crayon. We're going to draw some lines to put a little bit of the details for the blocks. So what you're going to do first is draw some lines going horizontal, some long, some short. Okay, keep them as straight as you can, going across some dashes. Okay, they don't need to be dark. This brown on top of the yellow isn't going to be very dark as you do one line at a time. A few dashes, so start at the top, right on the edge, some long, some short, in rows right across each pyramid. Okay, then we're going to do some vertical lines. So start at the top, make a couple short lines, randomly spaced. Don't make them all exactly the same. Short lines touching some of those horizontal lines. Okay, look at this little one. I'll make a short line, just a few here and there. Make it random at the top and then go down the pyramid. Keep them nice vertical lines, a few here and there. Check it out, look at those details. The background is the pyramids. The middle ground is this sandy hill here with the camels. So, do you want to use a colored pencil or a crayon? You're going to start on the edge of this hill and make a dark edge. Okay, a dark edge on this hill. Pick a shade of brown. Go all the way across in between your palm tree right here, all the way off the page. You're making this dark. Arc, all the way across, putting a little dark edge on that hill. Go in between your palm tree like that. Okay, then you're going to start to go lighter. Now it's really important as you're adding color, go in little patches. Don't try and go like this and cover the whole space of your page. Your color craftsmanship isn't going to look so good if you do that. Okay, so I see how I did that little patch. Then I'm moving on, and I'm not pressing so hard, so my brown is lighter. Right here on the edge, I want you to put dark brown right up against the pyramid and the horizon line, and then go lighter. And did you notice how I'm only going side to side? Don't go up and down, swirl and swirl, only side to side. That's going to help it look like the land, look like these hills, side to side. A little patch, and then move on. A little patch, and then move on. Don't forget, we put a sandy hill right here where this palm tree is growing. So put another dark edge right here, and right here where it's growing into the ground, make that a dark edge, and then go lighter. Don't forget, this is going to be a little pond of water right here, so don't accidentally make this sandy brown. But if you do, don't worry, we'll just put blue on top. Don't worry about that. If you do make a mistake, there's so many ways to turn a mistake around when you're doing artwork. Here's where the color layering happens. You're going to be graded on layering your color. Pick a color, maybe yellow or a light orange color. See what colors you have. You might have something like this. It's like a peachy color. That would be good for the sandy area. I'm going to try this peachy color I have with this colored pencil. So you're just going to add right on top of your first color, brown. Check it out. Look at that. It looks so nice. Putting this second color on top, and it kind of helps fill in the spaces. So go ahead and pick a second color, a brown, a yellow, a different brown. It would be like a light brown. And you're going to go right on top of your first brown color. Don't forget to go in between all the spaces. Keep your strokes side to side, side to side. Little patches, side to side. Okay, so fill that up with a second color. Okay, how'd your second color go? Did you keep your strokes side to side, right off the edge of the page? Okay, next we're going to look at the little pond in the foreground. Pick a shade of blue and find 2 shades of blue. Are you using colored pencil? You can combine colored pencil and crayon. So just like with the sandy area, you're going to put dark on the edge, keeping it side to side also. So put some dark on the edge, and then you're going to start going lighter to fill it in, showing careful color craftsmanship. Okay, so that's one layer of blue. You can experiment and see what happens if you add pencil right on top of your crayon. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Check it out. It's filling in more of the space. You want to cover up as much as of the white that you can. Oh, I like this effect. So this is a pencil on top of the crayon. Okay, let's check out the trees. Same thing, we're going to layer color in the palm trees. So find some greens, pencil, different shades of green in your pencils and your crayons. I've got green. So it doesn't matter what shade you start with first. I'm going to start with a dark, and I'm going to add 1 layer of green and follow the direction of the palm tree leaves. So it curves like that. You're going to make a curvy shape with your color. Okay, so I'm just going to do one and show you how to layer. That's 1 color, and then I'm going to choose this light green, go right over it to fill in the rest of the spaces, covering up all the white. Now what if I left more white space for the second color? Let me show you here. So I'm going to put some green, and I left more white because my second color with the second color, more of the second color showing. Oh my gosh, doesn't that look cool? So 2 colors of green there. Let me show you the tree trunk. Before I finish doing my green palm leaves, the tree trunk you're going to do 2 colors also. You're going to pick a side to make dark. Let's make it the right side, just like the pyramids. So you're going to we're going to go up and down on the palm tree, not side to side. So this side of the palm tree is going to be dark. So fill it in about halfway dark. And then the other side is going to be lighter. I think I want to add yellow to that also. You can put yellow on top of the brown. Ooh, that looks cool. Now remember, you have a week to work on your art. So if you get through this part and you want to come back to the color another time, maybe tomorrow, come back and finish the color, go ahead and do that. You have a week to finish up your art assignment and turn it in. Okay, see how that looks good? Once you keep going and fill up all the space adding color. So I put a stripe of brown, and then I put another shade of brown with the crayon, and then I added yellow on top to help blend it in, fill it all up. What if you add a little bit of green on top? That would be cool. Let's see. Ooh, add a little bit of green to your tree trunk. Okay, so I'm going to finish up my green palm tree leaves. Okay, friends, how'd it go with your color on your tree? The green, 2 kinds of green, or maybe green and yellow. The tree trunks, you're going to put a dark side and then a light side, layering colors there. The last thing we're going to do is the sky. Okay, remember that picture I showed you? I said it was my favorite picture I've seen of the pyramids, where everything had an orange and red sky on it. I was thinking of that when I added the color to my drawing here. I wanted it in the orangey and red shades for the sky. But on this one, I'm going to try a blue sky. So just like the little pond here, I'm going to use 2 shades of blue. It can be crayons or colored pencil or both. So I'm going to start with this colored pencil. And remember, work in patches. So I'm going to do this little patch, only going side to side in the sky, and then go next to it, another little patch, and then next to it, another little patch, go right up against the pyramids, little patches, fill it in between your palm tree. And then for my second shade of blue, I'm going to use a crayon. I'm going to go right over top of it. That looks so cool with 2 colors layered on top of each other. All right, so that's 2 shades for the sky. I'm going to continue doing that across my drawing. Okay, that was the final step, adding the 2 shades of color to the background. Do you like the warm color sky in the orange and red? Or maybe you want to try cool colors in the blues. Could be a little bit of purple in there, but make sure you layer 2 shades, 2 colors right here. I hope you had lots of fun drawing the pyramids. You learned how to make a background, a middle ground, and a foreground.